Hey everyone, welcome to Vegas Showbiz. I hope you're enjoying our footage from the First Friday Art Festival. We're going to get into our experience and talk all about it. This was our first time checking it out and we were excited to do so. But first I want to give you some official information about First Friday and their foundation. All of this information is coming directly from their website, which you can find at ffflv.org. That's 3fslv.org. So first of all, the First Friday Foundation and their monthly festival is located at 1025 South 1st Street in downtown Las Vegas. The First Friday Foundation is a nonprofit organization dedicated to supporting local arts and culture. Their purpose is to create platforms for emerging artists, support community connection, and bring artistic experiences to the community through outreach programs. Their vision is to constantly and emphatically seek, discover, inspire, and explore creativity in all its forms, to ignite the creative spirit that exists within and defines us all as human. The First Friday Foundation works with community-minded organizations across the Las Vegas Valley, including schools, youth groups, senior centers, ethnic and faith-based organizations, and other nonprofits. They celebrate diversity and engage people around one core central theme: creativity. Donations to the First Friday Foundation are appreciated, tax-deductible, and critical for the continuation of this cultural institution. Donations will support the ongoing operations and programming of First Friday, provide economic stimulus for artistic and creative small businesses, and enhance the Art District's neighborhood. In short, your donation helps keep them going. Please consider donating today to help keep us do more good work. Donate any amount you want, any little bit helps. That's my plea on their behalf. Now, one really interesting thing that I saw there, and you'll see it here in the video footage as well, was the wings giveaway. So you can enter to win a pair of wings that were done by a local artist named Ima. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's spelled A-I-M-A-H. According to the sign there, I saw the name Taylor Costa as well. I believe that's her real name. Really awesome young woman that I got to meet that was showcasing her artwork. These wings were made from recycled skateboard decks. They're beautiful. They're very original. There's a giveaway going on. You have to enter via social media, and I've got the details in the video itself. So pause the screen if you need to get those details, and I highly encourage you to enter the sweepstakes. Shout out to her. She subscribed to our YouTube channel on the spot when I told her this would be on there, so I appreciate that very much. One other thing to call out was the beer garden. This was the First Friday Foundation's inaugural beer festival. So together with the City of Las Vegas and Nevada Craft Brewers Association, you could experience more than 35 Nevada brewed beers. Proudly produced by Mojave Events LLC, you can expect to enjoy the most out of the festival by exploring food tasting experiences and more. Proceeds benefit First Friday Foundation and Nevada Craft Brewers Association. Supporting local artists lifts your community and their spirits. Beer is art just in liquid form, and local beer is the best kind of drinkable art. All right, there's my official pitch. That's everything from that angle. Now I just want to talk about my experience, our experience. I went with my wife, Jessica. It was our first time going. It's been on our radar for some time. We just haven't made it happen until now, but I'm glad we did. Great time of year. It's early May now. It's warm. There's no need for a coat even when the sun goes down. Let me start with parking. Okay, parking is difficult here. It's downtown. Maybe if you're arriving before or right when the festival is starting, you'll have a little bit more luck. We weren't quite so early, it was a couple hours in by the time that we had arrived, and there was just no parking in the area at all. Now, I learned later on, as I was doing some more research, that you can purchase parking ahead of time on the website that I mentioned earlier. I would definitely recommend checking that out. Otherwise, be prepared to walk a little bit for a spot. We were probably 10 minutes away in terms of walking time from where we parked. So, it was fine, but I would just probably plan on that a little bit more in the future. Now, one thing that made it interesting as we were walking over was I knew there were a bunch of murals in that area, and I didn't mind parking a little bit further away because I wanted to capture those on camera anyway. So I had just finished filming one of these murals. I turn off the camera, take 3 or 4 steps, and there's Flava Flav from Public Enemy, right there. I see the face, I recognize the face, I look down, he's got the big clock on, and it's like, yeah, that's Flava Flav, yeah boy! Like it was just funny. I told my friend about it, and he's like, yep, that's a Las Vegas rite of passage. He's out and about everywhere. So it was cool to see him in person. One other call out to a fellow Las Vegas vlogger who's been at it longer than myself. I don't know his name, but Vegas Must Try is a channel that I follow, and I saw the guy from that channel at the festival. Next time I'm going to come up and say hello. I was probably a little too shy, but next time I'm going to say hello. Anyway, the festival is fun, it's crowded, it's family friendly. I would say if you're going to go with kids, you're better off going in the earlier hours. As it gets later into the evening, it gets a little bit more party-centric, but saw plenty of kids, especially early on. Now, we'll get into the art part in just a second, but there's plenty of other stuff here as well, okay? You've got a lot of food options. There are tents set up all over the place that have different food options to sell, and then there's food trucks that are parked all over the place. And there was, I mean, everything you can think of. Cousin's Maine Lobster was there. I went to a pizza truck. My wife went to a vegan food tent. There was just a ton of different options. As far as live music goes, I must have seen 3 or 4 DJs set up in different parts of the festival. So they're all spinning, and then there's also a stage set up where a couple different bands were performing throughout the evening. So a lot of music options. You know, you're just kind of bouncing around from area to area. You're hearing different things, you're seeing different things. The art is, you know, obviously what brings people there, and it was a really cool experience to go into, I'm going to call it the Lofts workspace. There's basically a 2-story building that's right there in the center of everything. You go inside and it's constructed of a variety of different rooms. Each room is presumably rented out by an artist. I don't think they own them. But each room is its own experience. You know, some of them felt like a stately old library. Some of them felt like a nightclub. You know, there's music in some cases. Some people were performing live music. The more common thing that you're going to see in these rooms is art on display that is for sale. We found a variety of pieces that were beautiful that I would love to have at our house. Some of it's quite expensive, as you might expect. I mean, this is top quality handmade stuff, originals. But each room has its own feel. Such talented artists. As the night went on, it got busier and busier. But you know, in some of the rooms there were people that were actually painting and creating new art right there on the spot, which I thought was really cool to see. Just a fun, interesting, kind of different experience. I recommend this to people who are looking to do kind of the non-traditional Vegas thing, right? There's so much more to Vegas than just casinos and gambling and all that stuff. I mean, that place, it has its place, and I'm not knocking it, but we like to showcase the different side of Las Vegas that most people don't think about or even realize exists, and this is a primary example of that. You know, there's no gambling going on. It's not casino-based. It's artsy, it's music, it's fun, it's food. It's the kind of thing that you would see in plenty of other cities, but it doesn't mean that Vegas can't do that stuff as well. I'm glad we checked it out. I want to go back. You know, there's going to be different art every time. You're not going to have the same experience twice there. So I do recommend checking it out. Think about parking ahead of time if you can, and enjoy yourself. You know, it's just it's a fun way to spend a Friday night, and your money goes to a good cause. One thing I'll call out about that beer garden is that I did inquire with somebody at the entry about potentially going in, and I was wondering if it was free to go in and you just bought what you were drinking. Turns out that's not the case. It was a $60 admission, but what he didn't tell me at the time that I found out later is that included unlimited samples, so you're not buying your drinks once you're in there. Anyway, just you know, food for thought if you're going to go in the future. So anyway, I hope that you're enjoying our content. That's all I've got for this one. If I could ask one favor, please help us out by subscribing to our channel. We are regularly producing new videos. We really appreciate the support, and we'd like to have you along for the ride. So that's it for this one. Enjoy the rest of the footage, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this Vegas Showbiz production. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.